We're bringing Taco Bell back right into your house. This time, we're gonna be making a cheesy Gordita crunch, vegan style. Let's go. Hey guys, welcome to Make It Dairy Free. I'm Larisha, and today we are veganizing another Taco Bell recipe for you. So for those of you who don't know, a Gordita crunch is basically a crunchy taco that has been filled with meat and then lettuce, cheese, a spicy ranch sauce, and then it is put inside of a flatbread that has been layered with more cheese. And today we are going to show you our way of how to veganize all of that. So the first thing that we are going to do is we are going to be making our homemade flatbread or tortillas. I am not going to bore you walking you step by step how to make that dough because it is essentially our vegan everything dough, which we have shown in about 5 or 6 videos now. So we will link that description and that full video in the description box below. Essentially what you are going to do is take your flour and add in some yeast, some salt, some sugar, which is completely optional, and then either water or a dairy-free milk. You're going to bring that all together until a dough forms, and then you are going to let it rise for about an hour or until it doubles in size. Now, let me let you in on a little secret. Come a little closer, a little closer, a little bit closer. You can totally cheat and just use one of these if you don't want to go through the hassle of making the whole dough. Now, don't get me wrong, a store-bought tortilla cannot give you the same oomph that you get from making it from scratch completely on your own. However, if you only have 20 minutes compared to 2 hours, then this is for you. So while our dough is rising, we are going to be making a vegan nacho cheese sauce, a spicy ranch dressing, as well as our vegan taco meat filling. We have videos for both the nacho cheese and the ranch already on our site, so I'm not going to make those in this video for you, but they will be linked in the description below, so check those out. To make the ranch spicy, we just added some sriracha to our normal vegan ranch dressing, and you can add as much or as little as you want depending on your spice preference. So if you know us and you've seen our other videos, you know that that means that I added the teeniest bit and Andrew added a whole lot more. So the choice is completely up to you. So for our meat mixture, we are going to start by chopping up some sweet onions and some garlic. Now, we just prefer the taste of the sweet onion. You can totally use a yellow onion or whatever you have on hand. And then once you have both of those chopped, you are going to add your onion into a little bit of oil over medium heat into your skillet. And you are basically just going to let that saute for a few minutes. It takes about 2 to 3 minutes. And then once they are translucent, you are going to add in your garlic and a little bit of taco seasoning. So we add a little bit of the seasoning here just to start building those layers of flavor. It just makes the whole dish overall enhanced just the slightest bit, but you can definitely tell if you know what you're doing. You're just gonna cook that for about a minute, and then you are going to add in your meatless crumbles and the rest of your taco seasoning, and you are just going to cook that until your package says that it is done. Once your meat mixture is done cooking, then you are just going to set that off to the side. When your dough is done rising, you are going to pull that out onto a lightly floured surface, and then you are going to chop that into about 10 equal pieces. Now, sometimes we will use a scale if we want them to be completely accurate. However, that is completely up to you. You just want it to be roughly all the same size. Then what you are going to do is you are going to roll it out into a circle about 5 or 6 inches. And then once you have that done, you are going to put it into a very hot skillet. We like to use a cast iron because it can get a very hot temperature and cook completely evenly. So once you have that going, you are going to cook for about 1 to 2 minutes on each side until it is golden brown. Flip. The second side will cook in about 1 to 1.5 minutes, and then pull it off. You are going to repeat that process with every single piece of your dough until you have cooked every single one. Now, we like to put them inside of a bowl that has a towel draped inside of it, and then wrap them up. That way they stay a little bit warmer, but that is also optional. You can just reheat them when it is time to put everything together if you would prefer that way. All right, we did it. You have all of your stuff ready to go now. You have made your meat mixture and your nacho cheese and your spicy vegan ranch, and you have your tortillas, or you just took the shortcut and you bought them. Whichever way you did, you have everything ready to go. So how do we assemble this and put it all together? And that's it, you did it. You made a veganized Taco Bell cheesy Gordita crunch, and it is so good. Now you get to enjoy all of your hard work and eat all of those up. Okay, so can you use vegan cheese shreds instead of the nacho cheese sauce? The answer is overwhelmingly, of course you can. Taco Bell actually uses a 3-cheese blend instead of a cheese sauce in order to put them together, the crunchy and the flatbread together. We used the nacho cheese sauce because we found that when we did melt the cheese shreds that you actually had to like hold it down. Once you like melted it in a microwave, you had to actually hold it down and basically shape it in order to get the crunchy and the flatbread to stick together. But the choice is completely yours. If you wanted to do it that way, all you need to do is sprinkle some vegan cheese across the flatbread part of it, and then pop it into the microwave for about 30 to 45 seconds until they melt, and then immediately sit a crunchy shell in the middle, fold it up, and then get something to hold it, whether you're holding it with your hands or something very light that you don't break your crunchy shell, and then put your toppings in after it's melded together, or it's held together. So sometimes Taco Bell also has something known as a double cheesy Gordita crunch, and it's not what you think it is. What I thought it was like 2 inside somehow, but it's not. The only difference is that there is meat mixture inside of the flatbread part and inside of the crunchy shell. So if you wanted to make it this way, it is super easy. Just if you are using cheese shreds or the nacho cheese sauce, on top of that, you are going to put some more meat mixture down and then put your crunchy shell that is filled with all of your toppings. And there you have a double cheesy Gordita crunch. We completely understand that not everybody likes processed meat substitutes, and that is perfectly fine. We have some options for you if you would like a less processed version. If you order this vegetarian style at Taco Bell, that is an option. Instead of the meat mixture, you get black beans, and they also have an option to do refried beans. So you could do one or both of those if you would prefer to do that. We do have a black bean recipe on the website, so you could check that recipe out and make those and then use that instead. You could also do something like TVP or tofu crumbles, or even just something like some mushrooms. We always try to keep everybody's allergens in mind and always cover the top 8 when we can. So if you are wanting to make this top 8 allergen friendly, we have good news. You can completely make it top 8 free. So you're going to want to start by skipping making your own flatbread. You are going to just want to pick up some gluten-free tortilla shells that you can find that are also vegan. And then you are going to want to pick a soy and gluten-free meat crumble that is like Light Life or Beyond, one of those that just doesn't have any soy or gluten. For the nacho cheese sauce, you are going to want to pick a soy-free butter like Flora or Earth Balance. They both have soy-free options. And then you are going to want to pick a vegan cheese shred like Aldi's mozzarella that doesn't have any top 8 allergens. So if you make those 4 swaps, this can be a completely top 8 free vegan version of Taco Bell's cheesy Gordita crunch. All right, guys, we hope that you enjoyed this vegan version of Taco Bell's cheesy Gordita crunch. If you have another restaurant classic that you would like us to veganize, please leave a comment below and let us know what you would like to see next. We hope that you will like this video and subscribe if you aren't already to our channel. Make sure you turn on the little bell to get all of the notifications so you know when we go live next. And as always, I just want you guys to have a great week. Remember to smile, and we will see you guys soon. Bye.